Good morning, Kansai PJ here in Sendai. It's Sunday, August 2nd, and I'm going to the first of the two shows today to see the Ice in Sendai. I got into Sendai yesterday afternoon, checked into my hotel, and it was a couple hours before dinner, so I decided to go to the gym. It's about 10 minutes walk from here. I've been there before, so I put on my iPhone and listening to music, and I'm walking and really into the music. And as I crossed the Shotengai, a shopping area, there's a line of foreigners, maybe about, I don't know, 8, 10 of them, walking in a line towards the shopping area. And I'm so into the music, I'm not really paying attention, but my spidey sense says, they look familiar. But I'm so into the music, all I can think of, well, I know a few Nihonjin, Japanese who live in Sendai, but I don't know any foreigners, so clearly it's no one that I know. And I just didn't even give them a second's look until just as I was passing this line, this parade of foreigners, then the last guy kind of looked directly in my direction, and I realized it's Jeremy Abbott. And I'm just aghast. And by the time I reclaim my senses, the group has moved on, and they're 3 or 4 meters past me and already walking into the shopping area. And I figure it'd be really horribly rude to run up them and scare them from behind and go, "Ah, I'm a fan!" So I didn't do anything at this point, but I literally walked by many of the foreign skaters who are part of the Ice. Looking back, I could see the front of the group was headed by Andrew Poget, and Gina Rochette was in the middle, and Jeremy Abbott, of course, was at the end. And I didn't say hello, and I'm a big fan of so many of them, and I'm just an idiot. Damn you, iPhone! No! So here's a tip for you, ladies and gentlemen. When walking in the street, put your music down. Pay attention to the world around you. I missed a really good opportunity to say hello to some of the skaters that I really admire, and they passed right by me, like less than a meter's distance. And I didn't realize it until they had already passed. That's PJ's life. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a hot day, but I'm going to go have breakfast and then head over to the arena. Kansai PJ. About to go see the Ice Sendai, August 2nd, and this is the first show, which starts within the hour at noon. It's hard. The color contrast is horrible. Sorry about that, but I'm in the shade because it's like 4,000 degrees. It's really hot, so I'm going to go inside and watch the show. Kansai PJ. Halftime report. I'm going to try not to repeat the things I talked about last week for the Ice Osaka, so I'm going to concentrate on what was new to me, or at least what stuck out. I'd like to start with Murakami's, Kanako Murakami's number. Beautiful white dress, lovely short haircut, really kind of gives her a new attitude, and you can see it in her skating. There's confidence, kind of, she's comfortable in her own skin sort of thing. It's a beautiful number. The jumps weren't there. She had trouble with jumps throughout the routine, but I still, when she's in her zone, it's infectious. And I like the costume, I like her hair, I like her attitude. So I'm hoping to see more of her the coming season. Another person who had trouble with jumps today was Kozuka. He did the same piece he did in Sendai, this is Sendai, in Osaka, but and although the jumps weren't quite there today, he is just so fluid and so graceful. I always love to watch his skating. Probably one of my favorites. Misha Ge did a wonderful number to a Japanese song. His name I cannot remember right at the moment, but beautiful. Last time I talked a lot about Adam Rippon and Ashley Wagner's dual number, so I won't talk about it, but it was great. But her single number is really wonderful. It's sexy. It's kind of got attitude. It shows. It really shows Ashley's personality, and it was wonderful. And then finally, Jeffrey Buttle's number. There's a reason why he is the choreographer to so many of these skaters. It's everything. It's got grace, it's got beauty, it's the transitions, the sequences are wonderful, the jumps are great. The music, Here's to Life, it's kind of counter-programming. It's a very downbeat song, but with the skating, it's very kind of deep. I really enjoyed it. So the first half was really good. Kansai PJ is going to eat some snack and then go back inside. Just finished watching the Ice Sendai. It's the same book as Osaka. They don't make a separate book for the Ice, so I didn't get a new one. The second half was quite a bit different than in Osaka. The intermission was longer, and therefore the second half was a bit shorter. unless I completely missed it, and I don't know how. Weaver and Poge didn't do a second number. I was hoping they were going to do their short. That's what I had heard, but I didn't see that. I'm trying to think now. Have I lost my mind? You know, that's the thing. I've seen so many shows this off season, this summer, spring and summer. They all kind of blend into one. Anyway, it was a good show. I enjoyed it a lot. My seat wasn't as good last time. I was centerized second row. This time I was 11th row and at the southern end. And they didn't have, it wasn't really, it was only slightly stadium seating. So it wasn't as good a seat. But still, it was a very, very good show. I enjoyed it. The second half, the standouts for me were Mura. Again, as I've said this before, last season I wasn't his biggest fan. I mean, technically proficient, artistically it's there, but he often doesn't connect to the audience or to the music. But I've seen him now 3 times in the off season, and he seems to, I don't know what the change is, but there's a fundamental change. He's really connecting to the music and connecting to the audience. For the second half performance here in Sendai, he changed his costume from Osaka. It's brighter. It was a purplish orange. I don't know what to call it. I'm not good with the colors. Surprisingly, it was amazing, and he did a wonderful job, and it really stood out as one of the better performances in the second half. What else? Peng and Tong, they really have it down. This was different than in Sendai also. They did performed to a cover of Angel, one of my favorite songs back in the 90s. Yes, I'm dating myself, but there you go. They were just amazing. It was technically and artistically, I mean, off the roof. I don't know. My metaphors are all mixed up, but you know what I mean. It was just truly amazing. The rest of the second half was very good, but it was quite different. There were quite a few costume and song substitutions. Anyway, it's a really good show. I had a wonderful time. It was hella hot, but Sendai is a little bit drier, and a little bit cooler than Osaka. Not much. I think today was 34 or 33. I don't know. But it's a couple degrees cooler than Osaka, and the humidity is less, even though it's right near the ocean. I'm not sure why that works. Scientists, explain that to me. Anyway, it was a really good show. I had a wonderful time. I'm back in the hotel. I'm going to go out and eat one of my favorite restaurants at EQ. Really, really good Sendai beef and Tong and other Sendai specialties. So I'm going to eat there and then go out and have a few drinks. Anyway, it was a wonderful show. The ice was great this year. I'm glad to have been able to see the shows in both Osaka and Sendai, and I'm looking for the upcoming competitive season. So, Kansai PJ, check it out. Hasta la vista, babies.